Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Have At It, Friday night, April 12th, 2024. This is episode 54. My name is Ben Cornett, and you can catch me on X at BennyBoy702. You can follow me there, as well as the Ben Zone, where you're watching this episode and all shows that I do on Facebook, as well as my YouTube channel, Ben Cornett 9015. So if you're checking it out on YouTube, that's the channel to watch it on. And I want to thank everybody for joining me tonight here. How's everyone's Friday night? My Friday night's really good. It's been a busy week for me, but tonight I get to come on here, I get to wind down and relax and talk to you, all you beautiful people out there, and I get to even enjoy a beer. You know, this never tasted so good. It's been a while since I've put my lips on one of these things, and there we go. That's good. Well, speaking of good, listen, tonight I put in the comments section on the show right now. If you could see on the StreamYard, if you want to join in, the StreamYard link is there in the comments section. So come on in, come on down. If you want to talk, you want to have at it. Facebook user says link. It is in the comments section. So I think that's Johnny Dean right there. So Johnny, just hit that link, and just want to make sure that is Johnny. Yep, that is you. So just it's right over here. So yeah, come on in, just tap that baby, and then we'll talk. So there we go. Man, what a week! What a week in news and pop culture. Obviously, the biggest news is the passing of one Orenthal James Simpson, or as everybody else calls him, O.J. Simpson. That's been the hot topic of the week. He had passed away yesterday at the age of 76, and I got to tell you, it is. Oh, hold on a sec. Not seeing it here, Ben. Yeah, it's in the comments section in the video, Johnny. Okay, I'll try something else. Give me a few minutes, Johnny. I'll get you on there. So, anyway, say whatever you want about how you feel about OJ. Whether you're on one side of the fence or the other side of the fence. It is what it is. He was really a cultural icon. In the 90s, in the 80s, in the 70s. He was a professional football player. I never got to see him play because I was too young to see him. I wasn't alive then. He retired in, I believe it was 79. Played for the Buffalo Bills. He played for the San Francisco 49ers. He also was the first guy to rush for 2,000 yards in a season. And that was in just 14 games. So that's a pretty incredible accomplishment. He's also a former Heisman Trophy winner at USC, also a former, so Johnny's like, that's where I'm looking, bro. Yeah, it's in the comment section there. Let me see. All right, let me do this for a second here. See, this is what happens when you're on live TV. I thought I put it in there, but because I do see it, the link in my thing, so I don't know why everybody else isn't. But okay, all right, try that, Mr. Johnny Dean. Let's see if he can get you in there. So yeah, I know I'm rattling off on OJ's accolades and everything, but we got to remember that before he was, the so-called murderer, he was a professional athlete. That's how he got his claim to fame. And also after he retired from football, he also Did a lot of acting. He was in the Naked Gun movies. Those were phenomenal, very funny. Along with the show he started out called Roots, did that series there. So he did a lot of movies in there. I believe he did over 20 or 30 movies in his career. And he also did a lot of commercials, obviously, for the most famous is probably for Hertz car rental. And also he did sideline coverage for the NFL on NBC back in the day. So, those were the early stuff of OJ before everything else went down, how a lot of people who weren't football fans, remember it as, they remember from what happened during the trial and everything like that. So that looks like he finally came in here. Let me bring in Mr. Johnny Dean. Johnny, thanks for coming in, man.
What's up, man? I don't know what's going on, man.
You didn't see it though the first time?
No.
Okay. All right. Well, I got you this time.
I went to your other sites to see if I could find it there, and it wasn't showing up there.
Okay. Well, we're on here now. So, Johnny, how's it going, man?
All right. Can I say one thing about OJ? Whether you like him or you don't like him, he has family members that love him. They don't deserve the shit that's been going on with the criticism and the guy may have got away with murder, but his life went to shit afterwards. You know what I mean? He didn't live a good life after that happened. So he's paid his dues, and I'm sure if there's a God, he'll have to pay that piper too. So it's not for people to run the family name into the ground. In other words, is what I'm saying. They don't have to hear that shit.
No. And, right now, Johnny, before he came on, I was just going on for people that may have not have known OJ as non-football fans. They only know him from the latter half of his life, I'm just going by.
He was my football hero when I was growing up, man. I loved watching him play, man. He's one of the people that inspired me to get into football, man.
Okay. Yeah. Fred Swayze Moore, good evening, sir. How you doing tonight? Cheers, by the way. So, Fred, thank you for tuning in here. So, again, as I mentioned, for the non-football fans, OJ was a NFL player. Then after he retired in '79, he went on to acting, did a lot of movies, a lot of shows.
Then he worked back.
Then he went to the NFL on NBC, worked as a sideline reporter. Also did commercials, did the Hertz commercials, which is probably the most popular brand that he used. So then, the 90s hit, and we saw what happened. And, again, whether you like him or not, like Johnny said, he was, I would think you would agree, John, he was a cultural icon,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a weird, the whole thing was weird. And I like, the family don't deserve it, They've had enough criticism all through having to live with him related to them, later on in life, when all that anybody knew about was the trial and the murder and all that stuff, that their lives haven't been good to begin with.
Oh no, I mean, I can't even imagine. I mean,
they've had
at the time,
they've had to defend themselves since that happened. So, he's dead. Let him rest. He's got to face. He got to face whatever piper he's got.
Yeah. And just imagine that. Sydney and Justin were what 4, 5, 6 years old at the time. I mean, their whole lives. I mean, that's the worst part about it. So, again,
and they've always supported their dad too. So
yeah. I mean, they did love their dad. Got to give them that. But yeah, it's weird because in life you always remember where you were when certain things happen and everything. I remember when we had the Bronco chase in '94, June 17th. I was playing hoops in my backyard, and the TV was that happened. See, parents are like, "You got to see this. You got to see this." Like
the slowest chase of all time.
God, yeah, and it interrupted the NBA Finals and interrupted every news outlet. You know, back then you had no.
Well, they did
social
the split screen on the NBA Finals, so they had the chase over on one side and the finals playing. What team? It was. Olajuwon was in the game, so
yeah, against Patrick Ewing, the Rockets.
Yeah. Oh yeah, New York Knicks, yeah, they were in there, yeah.
And again, John, we didn't have social media back then. We didn't have any of that, so we just had TV. You know, that was it. And I watched this morning, Bob. Yeah, on the Today Show, they interviewed Bob Costas because he was at the finals. He was gone, and then I don't know if you saw it. It's on YouTube. They called. I guess OJ actually called him too.
Oh yeah, that was released early on though. I mean, we knew that happened, but the funny thing is, OJ Costas was one of the few people OJ invited to prison after he got arrested. And,
before his trial.
And talked about it as a character witness.
Yeah.
Costas was like, I don't know what to say to you, man. I don't know.
Right. How would you feel if he called you were in Costas' shoes and this guy is on the he's calling you while he was on the chase, like.
Well, him and Costas worked together and they were buddies, and that had to be a shock to Costas, when it happened.
It's like,
because Costas today was talking about how OJ was the guy that would always the people that work behind the scenes in the shows and shit. OJ was always complimenting them and making them feel like real people and shit. So just like a lot of people, like what was his name? The Muhammad Ali guy.
Are you talking about the guy that was driving with OJ in the Bronco?
No. The announcer that always did the Muhammad Ali things.
Oh, you're talking about Cosell? Is that it?
Cosell, Howard Cosell, yeah. Like Howard Cosell was known to be an asshole to all the people that were employed around him. You know what I mean? Yeah. And OJ came in and brought a whole different vibe to the studios and shit like that. Wherever he was at, like when he was with Buffalo, he was always tipping the water boys and shit like that, treating them good. As we've seen in the last few years, there are some players that don't treat water boys worth a shit. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. No, OJ had that. Yeah. But OJ had that personality, before the whole thing went down. He had that personality.
Yeah. That's why it was such a shock to the nation when it was, he was named as the suspect in the first place. It was like, what the hell, man? That's OJ. He couldn't do that,
Right. Yeah, you wouldn't think of it, and it's crazy because that whole from that time frame, 94 June to like November of 95 when the verdict came out. That's all the media ever talked about was OJ Simpson. You couldn't get away from it, even if you wanted
to. You couldn't escape it. You had to turn TV off if you didn't want to hear it about it.
But even then, Johnny, you'd go to the grocery store, you'd go anywhere.
I said water cooler talk. It was everywhere. Man.
Word of mouth, like, oh, what's happening in the trial today? What's happening? Because it was unique. I was, I think 14, 15 years old. I was in high school at the time, and even at school, people would talk, like the teachers would talk about it, This is crazy. Like you couldn't get away from it and stuff, and we learned, in history too, with the classes and everything, they would talk about the laws and stuff. It was funny because they would talk about the trial and how things go and stuff like that, with the prosecution, the defense, back and forth, what evidence they have, this and that, like and they're talking about this in high school. This is normally stuff you talk about in law school, but it's like you almost got an education, a college education in high school when you're listening to this stuff. It's pretty unique. So that time frame was just amazing to me. It's something you'll never forget in your lifetime. So, but
it's shocking like you said, never got into WWE. It just is.
Well, here's a funny story. Like in '96, he was actually approached about doing it by Vince. They wanted to do that scene, but they ended up scrapping it at the last second because they think it would have brought too much negative, stuff. But Yeah, but he was approached about it in the '96 at the WrestleMania that year. So yeah. Anyway, whatever you guys think of him, just like Johnny said, just let him rest, and that's pretty much it on that. So, anything else you want to talk about tonight, Mr. Dean?
Oh, I got a ton of shit to talk about tonight, man.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Let's have that.
Undertaker's little scene in WrestleMania.
Yeah. How about that?
That was great.
Showed up when The Rock. Yeah.
That almost revived my faith in WrestleMania, WWE again, man. Almost.
Almost, yeah. But hey, you got to see that part. That was cool. Came out of nowhere.
The end of the Reigns era. Well, it's going to pop back and forth. Like it always does.
That's true.
They're going to flip him now, or are they going to turn him into a good guy now?
I think it's just one time.
No. I'm talking about Reigns.
Oh, Roman. He's going to take a break, and he probably would come back as a babyface, eventually. So he'll take his time off. Well deserved, So yeah, WrestleMania was very fun last week. Both nights were really good. I enjoyed it. Yeah, just a great show all around. Both nights.
I couldn't tell you anything else about it except that was a highlight, man. That was okay. It's something I've been waiting to see. Undertaker was a total surprise. That was great.
Okay. Yeah. What else, man? It seems like you got a lot on your mind right now.
Oh, I know that you liked the Joker, right?
It's interesting. It's an interesting
movie. I'm not a fan of it, and I'm definitely not probably going to be a fan of the sequel. Because that's where Harley Quinn comes out as Lady Gaga, and I'm like, no, dude. I can see a lot of people taking that role, but Gaga is not one of them. And she's a good actress. I'm not going to take that from her. She doesn't have the gymnastic ability, so it's going to be. They're going to rely heavily on stunt doubles, right?
Yeah.
And then look, it's just you don't have to look for Harley Quinn, man.
Listen, it's okay. I want to. Let's see how she does. She might surprise.
No, I'm not going to see how she does. I'm not going to watch it.
Oh,
no. It's not my. Okay, first off,
yeah,
the Joker, that movie lives outside canon. It can never be canon, right? Because John went in there and made his own thing, and it has nothing to do with the Joker, from the old previous movies or the comic books either, any of them. So, and there was 6 ways he could have went, 6 different ways he could have went and kept it canon or kept it. I'm not the believer in a movie has to be like the comic book. There are certain set rules though. If you're going to make a movie out of a book, you have to not mess with the canon. You know what I mean? Yeah. You can't take it and just throw
it all over the place,
which is basically what he did. Same with the Batman. I mean, everybody loved the Batman. I thought the Batman himself, Pattinson. And it's not Pattinson's acting. It was the writers that did that. They made Batman a stupid ass. Batman has never been a stupid ass. Even from the Gotham days, he's not a stupid ass. Okay.
Okay. I see.
Batman Year One. He's not a stupid ass. Batman is supposedly the greatest detective on Earth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And if you really get into like Keaton's Batman was really smart, right?
Right. Yeah.
All the Batman have been able to were very ahead of everybody on deductions. You know what I mean?
Do you think though that maybe who was it? Robert Pattinson, right? He directed that, or whoever that was. Do you think he tried to put a different twist on it?
Yeah, but you could once again, you're fucking with canon again. You know what I mean?
Yeah, okay. But I don't know. I enjoyed it because I felt
I'm going to tell you what you enjoyed about that was the villains.
No, okay. I enjoyed part of that, the grittiness of the movie.
The penguin, the gritty, yeah.
But I loved the Catwoman, Batwoman. I'm sorry, the Kravitz daughter. I thought she was brilliant in that movie. Like, it fit her role perfect.
Well, they were creating Oracle with her. That was
Yeah.
straight. See, that's another thing. They took, it said Batman won, but they took something from the Killing Joke. That was a straight ripoff out of the Killing Joke. That's the whole
Yeah.
thing there.
Well, and Johnny, you're more the comic book fan. I'm more the casual fan, and just from what I saw, I liked it. So yeah, I'm one of those guys. And
but they're okay. If they're one-offs, I get it as a one-off. Sure, do what you want because it doesn't belong to canon then.
yeah,
But now with a sequel to the Joker, they're trying to make it can't. You can't do that, dude. It's not gonna work, and that's why Gunn's getting kicked out of DC.
yeah. Well, I'm more of a Marvel fan anyway, but yeah.
Well, you get consistency, and that's what ruins shows for me is when they're not consistent.
Yeah, that's
Whether
fair.
it's a book, a movie, or TV series, I want consistency out of it. Don't say one thing out one side of your face and then turn around and do something completely different. You know,
Right. Scott Thaler's joined us tonight. Scott, thank
my
you for tuning
favorite
in.
old guys.
Let's see. We got Jamie Presley would be better.
Yes, yeah, I agree with that too. Yeah,
Harley and Joker. Yeah, that'd be interesting. And Scott says, I like Governess Quinn the best. Okay. Speak it, Johnny. He certainly did. He spoke it into his existence for us.
now
So,
I am looking forward to Deadpool.
and that is Blackie Lawless, by the way. Thanks, Blackie, for tuning in tonight.
What's up, Blackie?
And you said you're definitely tuning in for Deadpool, the new one,
Oh
part
man,
3. Wolverine.
they just released it. Well, at the CinemaCon, they released a 9-minute clip. Man, oh, awesome! And just Feige out there on stage dropping the F-bombs and shit, man, was awesome.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, there you go. Oh, I can't wait for it. It's going to be a great movie. I saw a trailer again for the Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, which I'm very
That's going to be a great movie. Can I review it a little bit here?
Well, go ahead.
I'm not going to drop spoilers, but it's a whole. This is a version of Planet of the Apes I can get into. The other stuff, I was the Planet of the Apes and the other one, I was not into that. I'm just, it's been played out and played out and played out, and I was tired of it. This version, Kingdom of Planet of the Apes, is basically apes being human, battling each other and shit.
Right. Yeah.
Coming over with old human artillery and shit, wiping out villages of other apes and stuff like that. That's going to be good, and I want to see the hawks.
Oh, the hawks. Okay.
Because the apes are using hawks for hunting and shit, man. That's going to be cool. That's a big scene in the first 5 minutes of the movie is they're hunting egget eggs so that they can raise hawks.
Yeah.
Only take one egg so that it leaves the others. But that's going to be cool as shit, and the visual effects in that are going to be great.
Yeah, it does have a little bit of a different twist to it with this new Planet of the Apes, which is exciting. I'm looking forward to it. It's been long enough between movies, where, it's not doing it every few years. I think the last one was 2017, I believe, was the last Planet of the Apes. So you had a 7-year gap, between this one and the last one. So that's kind of nice, I don't know what else is out there right now that you're excited about.
TV show on Prime. Damn, I can't even remember the name of it, man. It's based on a game. Fallout. Fallout. Thank you.
Fallout. Yeah, okay. Now you told me you wanted to see something else first.
No, I think because I watched Halo first, I had higher expectations when I watched Fallout.
Yeah.
So Fallout's good, and you should really watch it.
But don't watch
it if you like The Boys and stuff like that, because it's really brutal.
Yeah.
I don't think the acting's as good. I don't think it's not. What's the word I'm looking for? Professional. It's not as professionally. It doesn't look crisp. It's not a crisp movie, and the music's god awful. But it's supposed to be. It's a lot cheesier than Halo. Halo was not cheesy. Halo was a very, very good show. Is a very good show. 2 seasons in.
Right. Blackie agrees with you. Halo is a good series.
It's a damn good series. So watch Fallout first.
Okay.
If you haven't seen Halo yet, so
No, I
that you
haven't.
don't build those expectations is all I'm saying. So you can watch Fallout and enjoy it without those expectations of it being as good as Halo, because it's not as good as Halo, dude, by no means. But it is good.
All right. And now Halo's on Paramount Plus, right?
Yes.
Okay. And then Fallout's on Prime.
It's on
Video.
Prime. Yep.
Gotcha. All right. Blackie also says the one with Charlton Heston, which is talking about Planet of the Apes, will never be matched. I agree with that. That's very good.
It was such a shocker movie when it came out that you can't match. It's like Alien. When Alien came out, that just took everybody by wow. That's another one I'm looking forward to.
The new Alien?
Okay. Yeah. Because they're getting back to their roots. It's going to be an actual horror movie instead of just a space opera. You know what I mean?
Oh, the first Alien was so good.
Yeah. The second one was really good too.
Yeah. And that's one of the few sequels I think where you could say was probably better than the original, perhaps.
Like the sequel to Star Wars, the original series.
Yeah.
I get confused with all the numerations of it now. There's so many what's a prequel, what isn't a prequel, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Star Trek's going to come out with they got another Star Trek movie coming out finally.
Ooh. Okay.
And it's the Kelvin universe, which was the Michael Bay movies.
Okay.
With so that universe is still going to exist. Cool.
Oh, there you go.
Because remember, in that universe, they had two Spocks.
Mm-hmm.
Basically.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Yeah, that was weird when they had the two Spocks. I was like, damn, that okay. It's a little different, but
it's the new movie's going to be a prequel to that universe to set up how everything gets started and shit.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that. It's getting really high grades with the people who've seen it already. Seen the what do you call it? The cuttings.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Scott says, "I want to see ET2." Oh, they're making an ET2, huh?
I hope not. Really, I haven't heard nothing about it. Is that just Scott saying he wants to see one?
Yeah, let me.
I think ET stood on its own and should be left alone.
Oh,
a sequel in some movies will just ruin the franchise, ruin the movie. Everybody has fond memories of being a kid and watching ET. You know?
Yeah. So there is so I'm looking right now and they said there's speculation it could be releasing in 2025 and it could be a Netflix movie.
Well,
that's
Netflix is hit and miss on their movies. Their original content's usually pretty good.
But I think the crime documentaries on Netflix that's their strength. That's their go-to. The movies, like you said, are hit and miss. Some are good.
Oh no, Max has taken over the crime documentaries, man. With Hulu and shit.
They're getting better. I mentioned a while back, Quiet on the Set was bizarre.
Yeah, I didn't like it. I didn't think I was going to like it.
Yeah, it's hard to watch if you.
Yeah.
And ET gets a round trip on Southwest Airlines, says Scott Baylor.
Oh, come on, man.
How can you not love Scott, huh?
I mean, if you go back and look at that movie, the whole bicycle flight, where's that coming from, man? I mean, if you start thinking about that movie realistically, it's like, okay.
Hey, I was 82.
We all were. We all were. We loved it. I loved it when the bicycles took off and shit, man. It's just.
I was only 2 years old at the time. So
exactly.
Fuck, has it been that long? 1982? 42 years.
A long time, man.
Dude. By the way, I want to promote Nicholas Rosario and Anthony Handy's show, Pancakes and
Parachutes and
yeah. They cover the 80s movies, all the 80s movies. You can check it out. We put it on the Ben Zone as well, so check them out. It is Very
Parachute and popcorn and parachute pants. That's it.
Thank you, Johnny. Popcorn and parachute pants. It is hilarious. They did like Coming to America. They did Major League. Just hilarious.
Have
stuff.
they made a new one yet?
I haven't checked lately. No, they haven't really announced it either. Normally,
I have every one of them on the entertainment site.
Yeah, there you go. Rocky 178.
The Entertainment Review. That's the name of it.
By the way, the Entertainment Review. It's one of Johnny's many pages. Check that out. Rocky 178. Probably. I mean,
I think Rocky 178 was better than Rocky 215, man.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you? Yeah.
The alien that alien that he fought in 217 just wasn't realistic enough.
Yeah. Yeah, well, he's not going to win all those fights, so not all those fights are going to be fun to watch. Oh, man. So, yeah, we got a lot to look forward to this summer with all the new movies coming out, new shows.
I think Rocky 178 was where he fought the Meg.
The Meg. Oh, yeah.
Him and Jason Statham fucking tag teamed it.
Nice. Corey Brown, thanks for tuning in tonight. He says, hello, just got off work an hour ago. Thank you, Corey, for tuning in. Appreciate it. He's always a big fan of this show. He also says Rocky comes back as a zombie.
That's Rocky 218, man. Come on, man.
Is it 218? Okay.
218, yeah.
Wow. Damn. I thought it was in 200, but yeah, okay. But thank you, Johnny, for that. 218. So check it out in the year 2644.
Did anybody watch the Japanese movie Parasite?
No, I haven't. How is it?
There's a sequel TV show on now. Parasite the Gray.
Yeah.
It's awesome, man. I love a lot of the Japanese movies, especially their sci-fi stuff. They get crazy with it. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, yeah.
And The Gray is probably one of the best sci-fi horror movies I've ever seen in my life, man.
Oh, there you go.
Check it out.
I will.
The Parasite, the original movie, kind of was slow. It was so slow at the beginning that I almost turned it off. But it was good. It was good enough to garnish a sequel. You know what I mean? Well, a TV series.
Oh, where can we find that? The Parasite.
I believe that's on Netflix.
On Netflix. Okay. Cool. And Corey says, "How is WWE?" Did pretty good tonight. I caught a little bit of SmackDown. Cody was on there as the new champ. Pretty good show, Corey. I want to check it out. How like WWE WrestleMania? I thought it was really good, Corey. Very good show. Both nights are really good. A lot of good matches on there. Cody's the new champion. We saw Undertaker, like Johnny mentioned earlier. We saw John Cena come back. It was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. So
saw The Rock get smacked down.
Yep, he got choke slammed by the Undertaker. That was fun. And then they're making a new Omen where they go all the way back.
That's already out though, I think, or it's coming out in theaters within the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, so I'm kind of curious to see. They go all the way back to when she was a little kid, the lady that tried to get good old Selma Blair or Linda Blair back to normal, get the spirits out. But
now wait a minute, are you talking about The Omen or are you talking about
the Exorcist? I'm sorry.
Exorcist,
Duh. It's been a long week, Johnny. It's been a long week. I've been working. I've been grinding. Oh man! Thank you for wheeling me back in here. Cody versus Rock SummerSlam. I could see that, but it might
take
be
a video of Comic-Con tomorrow. I'm going down there to.
Oh yeah, that's in your
interview some of the cosplayers.
Nice. Your neck of the woods too. Nice. Have fun.
It's a mile down the road right here.
Oh, sweet. Cool. Good stuff, man. Can't wait to check that out. Damien must be 112 by now.
Yeah, but he don't show his age that well. Bad.
Oh, man. Yeah, so...
Damien, jump.
Run,
No,
Forrest.
no, wait. That was her saying she was going to jump. I'm doing this for you, Damien. I love you.
Run, Forrest, run. Oh, man.
That's what needs a sequel, a Forrest Gump sequel.
I wonder why we never got one. That would have been, well, I don't know. Could they have done one? I mean,
well, the kid had to be born with AIDS. She died of AIDS, remember?
Right, yeah. Well, yeah, from her drug use back when
Yeah.
she was a junkie, and yeah. I just, well, that was Haley Joel Oswald, right? That played Osmond, that played the little kid, and
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
yeah. So
had to be. Yeah.
yeah. Let's see. CM Punk makes Damian Priest champion. Yes, he did. That's right. That was Mike 2. I don't know, man. What movies do you think they should do a sequel to? I mean, I've always wanted to see like Step Brothers make a sequel
I
called.
heard that they were going to make a sequel, or they were talking about it.
They could be like Stepfathers or something like that.
Oh, wouldn't that be some shit? They are. Oh, I forgot. Scary movie sequels are coming back.
Yes, that's right. I heard about that too, man.
That'll be cool to see how they cast it. You can't beat the Wayans brothers, though, man. Really?
Well, no. I mean, or Anna Faris. I mean, you can't.
Oh yeah, Anna Faris. But they're going to recast it, and it's going to be more modern. So what movies are they going to do? Like Smile?
Could Smile. Could they do A Quiet Place?
Get Out.
Oh, there you go. That would be good. Get Out. Yeah. Yes, absolutely. So would Blackie. He'd love a Step Brothers sequel as well. Yes,
Yeah,
he
that's
would.
one that would be okay. Casting once again, though. Oh yeah, like you said, they'd be parents and shit.
Yeah, Will Ferrell and
Who you
John.
casting as the kids?
Good question. Well, remember in Step Brothers where John C. Riley, that was Will Ferrell's brother, who
Right.
wife was in love with John C. Riley. She gets a divorce, he gets married, he's stepfather, like
Stepfather, grandpa.
Yeah.
Some shit like that.
Scott says, please,
Uncle Daddy.
No Barbie 2. Oh, they're going to do a Barbie sequel. Come on.
Why is Scott the one that brought Barbie up?
Well, because he thinks maybe Bobby Brown will replace the actual Barbie. Or she could be another character in the sequel. I don't know. Jason TV series Friday the 13th. That's interesting.
That was a good series.
Yeah.
I think they've got the Twilight Zones and the Outer Limits and that. I don't think there's, honestly, I would love to see it, but I don't think there's enough room for it out there right now. You got the Black Mirror series that's going out.
Right, yeah. So it's kind of like, not right now with the remakes of sci-fis, right? Kind of leave that space alone for a little bit.
Yeah, Star Trek and Star Wars own the all those things.
Yeah. Corey says Haley Seinfeld over Millie Bobby Brown. Oh, yeah. They're both nice. Both nice. I think Scott would desperately disagree with that, but hey.
Sequel to The Beekeeper.
That's Blackie. The Beekeepers, I think. That was...
I haven't actually watched the movie yet, so...
Neither have I. Is it good, Blackie?
If he'd love a sequel to it, he probably is.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I know the world of John Wick hasn't ended with John... Oh, I don't... Maybe people haven't seen John Wick 4 yet, so I won't say that, but... Ballerina is a new series coming out that's part of the John Wick world. Keanu Reeves will be in it.
Okay. I have not seen John Wick 4 yet. Surprisingly, I haven't. So I gotta step my game up, the movie game up. Megan 2 is out. Okay, that is Scott Taylor.
I want another Cannonball Run, man.
Oh, okay. Blackie said it is awesome. Okay, I'll take your word for that because it sounds pretty awesome.
Yeah, I just set it up to watch it yesterday, and I haven't got to it yet because I'm still watching the end of that.
Oh,
Fallout.
the
Yeah.
Fallout. Yeah, on
I
Prime.
got 2 more episodes of that to watch.
Corey says Rush Hour TV series would be nice. Oh, you're talking about with Jackie Chan, Chris Tucker, or
Who said Deliverance too?
Scott Taylor.
That's Scott, dude.
Dun, 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 dun.
I think Deliverance stood on its own. I think that's like one of those movies where you just leave it alone.
Yeah, I agree.
They already got too many human centipedes out there.
Yeah.
Is that
Deliverance.
not the most awful movie ever made right there? I mean, like,
What is
you
it?
might be into gore. Human Centipede.
Human Centipede.
You never watched it?
No, I don't think so. No.
Think a movie for the public that's more like Two Girls in a Cup. It's just it's disgusting.
Wow.
A lot of people liked it though.
I know you're not going to see this one TV series, Joe.
No.
I'm Joe Buck, alongside Troy.
That
Aikman.
would have been another. That would have been a good one if Candy was still alive. Uncle Buck sequel to.
Oh, God. Is that not one of the best '80s movies ever?
It is. I love that movie, man. I don't think there was a. Yeah, Megan 2 is out. I don't think there's a bad John Candy movie.
No, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles is my favorite movie of all time.
Yeah. It's just
Uncle Buck, yeah. Great Outdoors, classic.
Great Outdoors was good. I love that. Shit, I might have to pick that one up and watch it again tonight.
I might do that too, or Uncle Buck. I probably watch Uncle Buck first. You just can't mess with Uncle Buck. Remember they tried to do that TV series Uncle Buck with Mike Epps.
Yeah.
It fell really flat. Yeah.
What was the one where he was a PI?
Oh yeah.
I can't remember
Crumb?
the name of it.
Something Crumb.
Yeah, Henry Crumb or some shit like that.
Yeah.
That was a good movie too.
Yeah.
I forgot about that movie.
That's right. That's a classic. He did Summer Rental. Remember that one where he was.
They are making another Candyman movie, by the way. Whoever said that.
That would be Corey King Brown.
Yeah, Corey. They are making another Candyman movie. I don't know who they're going to use in it. That's a thing about replacing movies or doing sequels. You got to have the right cast, man.
Yeah, and you got to have the right writers that know,
Absolutely, the right writers. As
yeah,
a couple of movies that I've seen lately have needed desperately good writing because the acting was good, but the writing was horrible.
Yeah, and Blackie agrees with all of this. I think it was hilarious. Just don't make them like that anymore. They don't make comedies like that anymore. It's just
you don't have characters like that no more.
Right? Yeah, I know.
The dude from Saturday Night Little, I can't remember his name. Is it Keenan?
Oh, Keenan Thompson.
He did that thing on Prime or Paramount Plus, whatever it was.
Keenan Thompson, yeah.
Out gator hunting and shit.
Oh yeah.
Some of it was funny, but most of it wasn't.
Yeah. Sean Spencer.
I expect a lot more from Keenan Thompson, man. That guy's hilarious.
Isn't he? Oh, absolutely. What's up, Sean? How you doing tonight? Thank you for tuning in and watching. What's up, gentlemen?
What's up,
Sean? If you want, man, hop on here. I put the link out, so if you have a chance, get on. Love to hear from you. Christine as a Hellcat Red Eye. That's Corey or Scott Taylor, I should say. Christine, what do you think? Another Christine movie? Would you be interested in another? Or is that just something you just leave alone? Like
that wasn't one of my favorite movies. It was a great book, but the movie kind of fell flat to me.
Okay.
But then again, they came out with that at the same time. He came out with that right around the same time. Well, maybe Christine came out first, and then like 2 weeks later came out that other car movie that was basically the same thing.
Oh shit! Yeah, I know who you're
Dead.
talking.
They come back or some shit like that. They always come back. And it was basically about a guy that died, but it was the car that was killing everybody anyway.
Yeah, right, right.
Like a Ghost Rider thing.
Good Burgers 3. Yes, that's.
Now, didn't the Good Burgers sequel just come out like last year or this year?
Yeah, it was okay. It was okay.
Cujo meets Pet Cemetery.
Oh, remember those Pet Cemetery movies? The first
Cujo
one.
was one of the scariest fucking movies I've ever seen, and the book that was a movie that lived up to the book.
Yeah,
Just because of the realism of it. You know what I mean? The only thing in the movie didn't end the way the book did.
okay. I didn't read the book, but the Cujo I definitely watched a few times. They are,
Well,
and I'm going to tell you right now, I hope they don't do this. Please don't. Do not remake this.
no.
Leave this classic alone. Okay, don't touch it, Hollywood. Please. This is one of the greatest movies ever. Do not touch it. You know,
Radar starring as Cujo. He could.
Scott Taylor. Yeah. Well, he's getting there, from what I understand. Yeah.
Oh, he's since last week he's grown another 2 inches. He can jump almost up to my chin now.
Ooh.
So keeping him in a fence is going to be a problem.
Yeah. Maybe you got to build a bigger fence there.
Well, they're known for that's a jumping breed. That's what they got championships and all that shit. Australians do in frisbee, the leaping tournaments and shit. And
Yeah. I watch those a lot too. They show those on ESPN too.
I watch them.
Yeah, absolutely. They're fun. I like them. I like when they jump in the water too. That's one of my favorites.
The distance, yeah. That's what my neighbor does is train distance dogs.
Oh, okay. Oh, nice.
She's got a yellow lab that's got like 3 championships, man.
Oh, nice. Nice.
And she wants to get him to do it, but she's got to make friends with him first.
Oh yeah, no, that's the key. The chemistry, the trust of the patient, the owner and pet. Yeah, very important. Let's see.
He takes a bone from her and then he gives her hell.
Don't make no more Terminator movies. I so lost track. That's Corey Brown. Yeah, I lost track after the second.
There is another new Terminator. It's an animated Terminator on one of this Netflix. I think it's Netflix or something. I'm like, oh my god, really? Just stop.
Neighbor, huh? You got a new neighbor.
If they're going to redo a series like that, then they need to just trash the whole series prior to it and start from scratch. You know what I mean? And Terminator don't need to be started from scratch because the original movie was awesome.
Yeah. Well, I thought the second one was better. That's just my opinion. The sequel was phenomenal.
It was okay with the liquid dude. What's his name?
Yeah, the cop that
he's got the ears, man. He's been in a lot of movies, and he's
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
But,
I don't know. That's just one of the few sequels that I liked better than the original.
Was it because he flipped and became a good guy?
Part of it, but just the way it was and everything. Just, no.
That's why you're so interested in WWE. He flipped, yeah.
Scott replied to Corey, says I'll be back. Corey, get the chopper.
I don't think Schwarzenegger's got it in him like Stallone did. That's another. I can't wait till that's the second season that comes out.
Oh, well, they're filming already, so
yeah.
Oh, I can't wait! What a great show, man!
It is, man.
Dude. If you have not anybody out there that hasn't seen it yet, go to Paramount Plus. If you have it now, watch it. Start watching right now because it'll be here. Season 2 will be here before you know it, and you'll thank us for it later on because this is a very good show from start to finish. And
I was like, what the hell? Stallone's articulate? What the fuck? Man?
Yeah, dude, right? Yeah,
76 years old and still a badass.
Yeah. I know. Like, he's not punch drunk, you know? Like, he actually can form a sentence, you know? It's pretty amazing.
I
Oh,
know
man.
a movie I want to see a sequel to,
Oh, okay.
and it's a foreign movie. It's a
Oh,
from Denmark. It's called Troll. I don't know if you watched it or not, but
I've heard of
it's
it.
their answer to Godzilla, I guess. But it's an awesome movie, man. It's really good, well made. And I was
Yeah.
like, at the end of it, I was like, I just watched a movie about a troll and enjoyed it. I was like, holy shit, this was good, man.
Jeez. Okay. Scott.
That's
Ernest.
another movie I want to see, but we can't see it because Godzilla minus one won't be in America until the American versions of Godzilla and Kong are done in theaters.
Okay.
So we won't get that on a streaming site for another 2 years at least. And I've been dying to see it, man. Academy
Yeah.
Awards and shit. Come on.
Oh, yeah.
I've always been a Godzilla fan.
Right. Yeah.
Kong, Godzilla, all of them. I loved, man, I grew up in the monster movie era, the
Yeah.
atomic bomb. You got to call it the atomic bomb era. You know, that's what created all these movies.
Right. Yeah. Scott's an Ernest fan, obviously. Look at that. Ernest meets Pet Cemetery. You know what I mean?
Ernest gets buried in Pet Cemetery. He's that old now. So
Hey, you know what? Those Ernest movies, some of them are pretty darn good, man. Ernest Goes to Camp. Come on,
come on, man.
Hey, hey, come on. I'm allowed to have a movie that, many people think wasn't good, but, it's just one of those you'd never admit. It's good. It's cheesy, but
Ernest was better than Pee Wee. I'll give you that.
come on, don't do that. Stop it.
They were basically the same person, though.
Pee Wee he had personality. He was a bigger personality. I mean, there's nobody like Pee Wee. Ernest was great.
A dork, man. Pee Wee got beat up too many times in school.
Well, listen, he had that little mishap in the theater. I get that, but come on, Johnny, you cannot. He's the only guy that kept us in Hollywood that we know of that actually kept his hands to himself.
That we know of.
I'm just saying, like,
literally kept his hands to himself.
Yeah, pretty much. And I'm sure, Corey, I'm sure he is up there right now. Probably like not very happy with what we're saying.
Ernest was Joe Dirt before Joe Dirt.
Wow, do you really think they're that similar?
Ernest Goes to Camp. That's all I see is Joe Dirt. A dorkier version of Joe Dirt, but still Joe Dirt. Come on, even for down to the clothing, man. Come on, that fucking vest of his and shit.
Yeah, but Jesus Joe Dirt had the mullet though. He didn't wear a hat. He had the spiked mullet.
I said a dorkier version. Joe Dirt was cool because of his mullet.
I don't know. Ernest was just that lovable guy. You couldn't hate him. Like,
wait a minute, you're talking to me, man. I can hate everybody.
Oh, well, I know that. I know you can hate anybody.
But I don't hate Ernest. I liked Ernest. I liked Ernest Goes to Camp. I had to give you some tough shit. But come on, Joe Dirt was the shit.
Joe Dirt was good. I liked it. I'm just like kind of confused with the similarities you're saying.
Well, it's just the look. The look, except for the fucking mullet.
Well, that mullet was badass, though. Yeah, that was pretty badass.
Well, who would you compare Ernest to? Jim Carrey?
Kinda. But Jim was a little more. But Jim Carrey was a little more neurotic.
It's the same. It's okay. Ernest and Pee Wee Herman had a kid, and it became Jim Carrey.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. I could see that. Now, which character would Jim Carrey have been with Ernest? That's a better question.
I honestly think Jim Carrey, and I'm not a big Jim Carrey fan. I really ain't. I don't like physical comedy because I grew up in the Jerry Lewis and Abbott Costello and all that shit. I was burnt out on the physical comedy long ago. Yeah. But if I had to say, Who would he be? What was the question again?
If Ernest was, how you said it would be Jim Carrey, Pee Wee, and Jim Carrey and Ernest. If they had a kid or something.
No, Ernest and Pee Wee had a kid. It'd be Ernest
or Jim Carrey.
I think Jim Carrey could play either one of their roles. Honestly,
he'd be better Pee Wee than Ernest. See, Ernest had that wholesomeness. He had that. Ernest didn't.
He could do Ernest in a heartbeat. Have you watched Jim Carrey? I have. As much as I don't like Jim Carrey, I do give him credit. He's got some great acting chops. We've seen that in serious roles.
Yeah, I think he'd just make a better Pee Wee. That's all. That's just my opinion.
I'd believe him as Pee Wee all day long. I don't know if I would just believe him as Ernest, but I think he could do it.
Well, here's an interesting one, Scott. Tom Hanks as Ernest.
Tom Hanks can do anything.
Tom Hanks is the shit.
Tom Hanks made a almost 3-hour movie talking to a fucking soccer ball, dude.
And I'm still pissed that Wilson never got a Best Supporting Actor in that movie.
I know, right?
I mean, Castaway was one of the best movies I've ever seen.
It was. And it was just, for most of the movie, it was just him and a soccer ball, dude. And it was so good. Those were
the camera work, just the story that it's telling you without him talking much. That's incredible. Like, I don't know how a movie you could sit through a movie like that for nearly 3 hours.
I need a driver movie out of Tom Hanks is what I need, because that's the only thing he's not done.
A driver? Oh, okay.
Like a race car driver, or I don't think he's done. Well, he did that baseball movie with Girls in the Outfield or whatever it was.
Yeah, League of Their Own.
Yeah, League of Their Own.
Yeah, a great movie.
But other than that, that's pretty much the only sports movie. I want to see him in a NASCAR movie or Indy movie. Maybe he's Le Mans. Do a movie about the GT40s in Le Mans when Ford finally won American Le Mans, a first American company to ever win a Le Mans race. Him as the lead driver and shit in that. Man.
That would be interesting. No, I'd
watch it.
Yeah. What did Scott Thaler says Ernest was close to Jerry Lewis.
Jerry Lewis was an angry person, people.
Yeah, he was.
And an alcoholic.
Yeah. Yep. That's why I said Ernest is so wholesome, and Scott, come on. Yeah. Well, Tom Hanks, I'm just trying to think what other movies he's done pretty much everything though.
He has.
That's why I think he's one of the greatest actors of all time.
He has to be.
I mean, you got to put him in your top 5 at least. I mean, he should be in anybody's top 5. Like, Forrest Gump's my favorite Tom Hanks movie of all time. Yeah,
I can't name a top 5. My top 5 because I like all of them, man. Even the ones I didn't think I would like going in, like the the Relic movies that he did. He did a series of seasons.
He did like Angels and Demons or something.
Yeah, Angels and Demons was the first one I saw. That was really fucking good, man.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe I missed today's opening.
Oh, the Comic-Con?
Steel City Con, yeah.
City Con, nice. Yeah.
I got to get out there tomorrow morning so I can try to do some interviews on YouTube.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. I want to find somebody in a Harley costume and see if they agree about Lady Gaga.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't. Well, with Margaret Robbie, I mean, could they have maybe?
Margaret Robbie, she embodied that role, man. She took it on and made it real,
Oh yeah, but I'm just saying, and they could have used her in the Harley in Joker too.
Yeah, I don't know why they didn't. They should have. That's Gunn.
Yeah.
I think Gunn went from Marvel to DC just to sabotage DC.
Hey, that's the tinfoil hat theory, right? Like went over to the other side just to get rid to Thanos it, and then just so Marvel could be on top. That's an interesting.
He pretty much did.
Yeah.
I mean, critically acclaimed, those movies were good, but as far as he kind of stopped the series right there and made it where every movie that they make is an individual movie with no continuity. And
Right.
DC wasn't happy about that. They're like, what the fuck did you just do to us, man? And Gunn probably looked at him and said, well, it's not like you had any continuity anyway. You changed Batman's like you change underwear.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a movie I'd love to see.
Nicolas Cage. Oh, yeah. Con Air 2.
What would the premise of it be, though? Because that was an original premise.
Not sure. First one was phenomenal, though.
It's hard to find on a streaming site, too.
Really?
Yeah.
I saw Con Air on there like
I just hit
on Netflix.
Even on demand, it's hard to find. You have to pay for it everywhere. If you do find it, you have to buy this movie or whatever.
Oh, you could just go on Amazon, buy the DVD.
Just walk into Walmart and buy it.
Oh, there you go. Do they even sell DVDs still?
Yes.
That's a serious question, people. I'm not joking.
They do still sell DVDs. So does Best Buy. Best Buy still sells DVDs and CDs.
CDs? Really?
CDs. They don't still have such a great selection, but they're still there.
Well, it's just probably the last of them that they couldn't sell from 2010.
The whole album revival. I get the throwback shit, people, but my God, when you have more albums with scratches and shit on them, and CDs are disappearing, something's wrong with the world. You know?
Yeah. You could just listen to your music on these little babies right here, your phone. That's just the world today, man.
I don't like the sound of my phone. My phone sucks, dude.
Yeah.
That's why I got Bluetooth speakers.
Con Air 2, Danny has another arm to lose. Oh. Okay.
Jesus
Christ.
He's going to be like that. What's that? Jesus, I can't think of names today. The British company that was the comedy company. What? Never mind. Go on. I'll remember it later on.
Okay. I was going to read one more comment. I have Con Air on DVD. Oh, Scott. There you go. Maybe you'll let Johnny borrow the DVD there sometime. Like, smell it off to him.
Scott's got DVDs.
Now, are they?
He's got a good collection, man, of
regular
DVDs. DVDs that Tina won't be watching, and put it that way.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm just joking about that. I don't know as far as that goes. I'm pretty sure he just Googles everything he wants on Pornhub.
Yeah, or he probably has one called Stranger Danger Things. Yeah.
with an imposter Millie Bobby Brown in there. Instead of her nose bleeding all the fucking time, it's something else.
Well, it was good knowing everybody here. We'll get a 30-day ban on that one. No. Let's see. Scott says, I watch DVDs on my Bose surround sound system. Bose always has great speakers. Bose is the best. Bose is absolutely the best sound speaker. I have one in my bathroom when I listen to the music in the shower.
I like Blaupunkt better than I like Bose, though.
Oh, do you? Okay.
Yeah, but it's like who likes oranges better than apples? You know, it's the same top of the fruit, but you just one variety better than the other, taste wise. You know, for me, it's opinion.
Yeah, that's all it is. It's opinion.
If not for Blaupunkt, Bose will be my favorite.
Okay. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Tom Cruise has another one in him.
I didn't like Maverick.
It was okay.
After the hype.
Yeah, the hype didn't live up to the hype.
And I even waited a year or two after the hype died down before I watched it. And I was like, I'm not getting the same vibe. Just didn't give me that vibe, dude.
Well,
I'm not a big Tom Cruise fan, but I did love Top Gun.
The original, yeah.
Yeah.
Original is I'm not the biggest Tom Cruise fan either. I guess we both share that in common. I thought Rain Man was his best movie.
Yes. Oh man, Rain Man 2.
Oh, Dustin Hoffman's still alive.
I think so. He's a grandpa in it, teaching his kids how to cut matches.
Still waiting on that girl that was supposed to be on the day.
Oh no, he committed suicide because Judge Judy went off the air. Oh no, Wapner. It was Wapner.
Yeah. Got to watch Wapner at 1 o'clock. Dude, that's a classic. Oh my god, I got to watch that one again. It's been years since I've seen that one.
He made Walmart famous.
Oh, I know. Yeah. Kmart. This is not my underwear from Kmart. Tom just pulls the car over like, what difference does it make? Where do you get your underwear? It's the same. Yeah. And then Dustin Hoffman says, we got to go back to Kmart and get my underwear.
I was watching about Dustin Hoffman improv almost all of those scenes where he was going off and shit.
Oh, yeah.
Dude. It would freak Tom Cruise out, man.
Oh, dude. That scared the fuck out of me when he did that. That bathtub scene. Like,
yeah.
I was like, oh my god. Scott says Tom Cruise is in his 60s and Dustin is in his 80s. Yeah.
And Tom Cruise is still jumping out windows.
Yeah.
Scaling skyscrapers.
True. That is true.
Thanks for bringing me down, Scott.
Now, did you hear about another one? Twins? A remake of Twins? With
I've heard.
DeVito and Arnold.
They got a poster out already, man.
Yeah. Twins was great too, man. That was a.
DeVito's great in those fucking Jersey Mike commercials, man. I love.
Oh yeah, the sub above. Yeah, like the draft day one when he.
Oh, I gotta watch that again tonight.
Oh yeah.
I'll watch it.
I watched that the night before the NFL draft. That's a ritual. You know, you gotta. Like I said, I wonder whatever happened to Bo Callahan. Whatever became of that.
I want a Silverado remake.
Oh,
that's where Kevin Costner came from. That was his first movie, right? Well, not so. He had bit parts in other movies, but that was his first movie.
Okay,
I'd love to see a Silverado remake. That would be great. Remember, he was the young brother.
Yeah,
in that movie.
Yeah.
They don't make westerns no more, though. This is America. We don't do westerns.
Right.
We'll go to Italy to get that.
Well, Alec Baldwin pretty much ruined that, didn't he?
They're still got more charges against him.
And they're still didn't they go back to filming Rust?
I don't know if they did or not.
I thought I heard something they're about to start to film that movie again.
I don't know how they could afford it with all the liability suits.
I don't know. That's what I read somewhere where they're
Who said a Barney Miller movie?
Scott.
This world don't even know who Barney Miller is anymore.
I know, that's sad, isn't it?
Or Fish. Come on, man. Fish was the dude.
Mm-hmm.
I think they did that series. What was it? Major Crimes.
Yeah.
I think all the characters in there were based on a Barney Miller character.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Tampa Bay Buccaneers movies. Oh, the Ricky Bell story. Yeah.
That was a good movie. Actually, it would have been great if it would have been made for theaters instead of made for TV.
Mario Van Peebles, man. Yeah. Loved him. Loved that movie. Come on, not just because I'm a Buccaneers. We're Buccaneers fans, obviously. That's part of
Well, it
it.
was a good movie, man.
It was good, yeah. Real life story, man. They are using squirt guns, says Scott Taylor. Squirt guns for I don't know.
Yeah, don't go down that rabbit hole, man. You'll never come out.
Yeah, that's that MBB rabbit hole going down. Oh man, I don't know, man. I can't think. You got
Russian
everybody
prostitutes squirting.
There you go. You went down that rabbit hole.
I had to. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know. Silly rabbit.
So, what have you been doing today, man? Or this week? Excuse me.
Working,
Well, I know that.
take care of stuff. We're gonna try and do an NFL show next week. NFL edition, guys. I know Alex has been busy. Let's give him credit. He's doing some other stuff, but we are going to be back. We're going to do a draft show that I can't wait. We'll probably do our mock draft next week, not just the one round. Get that going. You know, it's a big week. Next couple weeks is going to be huge.
Is that going to be mock 2, 1.0, or no? It won't be 1 because me and Alex and you did one earlier in the season there.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, but I'm excited about. You know what? I know you said you didn't like this movie. I did. I thought it was pretty good. Underdog, Kurt Warner movie. I thought it was pretty good.
I thought it was on the same level as the Kevin James movie, Sean Payton movie.
Really, that bad?
Yeah, I didn't like it at all.
Oh, come on! I thought it was.
I tried. I mean,
oh no, yeah.
It's hard to watch a movie about somebody you really don't like. You
didn't like Kurt Warner? You weren't a Kurt Warner?
I don't like Kurt Warner, no.
Come on. The guy worked in a grocery store, man. And then Trent Green gets injured, God forbid.
I would have rather have seen a movie about Trent Green. I liked Trent Green. I did. I liked him a lot, man. I think he could have been. He could have done wonders if he hadn't got injured. Another example of that.
True. Well, he does. He works with Kevin Harlan on NFL and CBS. Good announcer too. Good analyst too. He's really smart. Trent Green, his football knowledge, really smart.
Yeah, I wouldn't watch a Brady. I didn't even watch that movie.
Corey Brown. Yeah,
Brady in movies isn't not something I'm going to just run and jump out there to watch.
Here we go, Scott. They will make a movie about me.
They damn sure will, Scott. If Hollywood don't, me and Ben will.
Yeah. We'll call it The Nobody.
Mr. Nobody. That's a good movie. Mr. Nobody. Yeah. That's a great movie, man. So we can't use that title. We have to come up with a different title for him.
Yeah. About Joe Somebody. Remember that one? Tim Allen?
Yeah.
That was horrible.
Hard Knocks 24. Horrible. Has they announced who's going to be in season?
Not yet. I'm trying to think of the teams. That's a good question. Corey Brown, thank you for bringing that one up.
Set the one team. I can't remember who it was, though.
For the training camp or the in-season?
Training camp. Damn, who was it? They announced it a month ago, man.
Was it the Washington Commanders?
Oh, yes, it was. Yes.
Okay. Ooh, Sean. That'll be interesting. Obviously,
it's training camp. It's not in season. So, in season, you get the end of their season, and if they're not doing so well, it don't look that good.
Like the Miami
Cardinals last year. Who cared about the Cardinals last year?
Boy, talk about the fall from grace for Miami. They just fell from grace.
They started out well. I think Miami's still a contender if they can get their team healthy.
Won't get a defense, but they did lose Christian Wilkins to the Raiders. That was a big loss. So, we'll see how
they're going to have to get. They're going to have to get edge rushers, and they brought in an edge rusher that's had health problems. So come on, man. Your whole issue is your health on your edge and shit. And you bring in more.
Yeah. Saints. Hard Knocks. Yeah. I don't know.
And oh, Scott, that better not be Scott that said that. It has to be. Oh my God, dude. Really? Really? Jeez.
Yeah. Oh, man. He's your friend, so
I don't
he's your
got
dirty little,
anything to say about that.
he's your dirty little friend. Yeah. By the way, in all seriousness, it's good to see Tina, his wife's home after
Yep.
That hospital that scare a little bit. I'm glad she's feeling better, Scott. How does she put up with that guy? I mean, she's got to be a saint to put
He's
up
a
with that
miracle.
guy.
Yeah, she's a saint, man.
Yeah, I mean, oh man, God bless her. Oh, anything else we want to jump into, or do we want to just put an end to this wonderful episode?
I thought you were going to say Wonderful Life.
No,
There
not
is a movie that could be remade, a modern version of Wonderful Life. That was honestly a good movie, man.
Oh, the original James Stewart, yeah. I loved it. Yeah,
Jimmy Stewart.
I
don't know how it would fly today because it starts out with a guy trying to commit suicide. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. See, that's the thing.
And then embezzling funds. Come on.
Yeah. Doppler test came back negative from Scott. Okay. All right.
Well, our Doppler still says rain, so we've had flooding and road washes out and landslides and pretty much cut off from the rest of civilization here.
So the weekend's looking kind of the same, or is it going to warm up a little bit? Oh,
it's been today and tomorrow were the coolest days, but it's still rain. There's a rain no matter whether it's warm or.
Yeah.
We had tornadoes and shit the other day.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, weather's been a bitch here.
Yeah, ours is kind of bipolar. We had a hot day today in the 80s. Now we're going to go back to the low 70s, high 60s. Yeah, tomorrow and Sunday. So
49 was the high today.
Yeah,
but it's been 70s and shit. So it's flip flopping. I want to see what the Salton Sea. I've been trying to get live pictures of the Salton Sea right now.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, and because that weather pattern that's been bringing all that rain in you guys, that's Salton Sea can't be dry no more, dude.
Yeah. No, yeah. Colts Hard Knocks. That would be interesting.
You know what? I think maybe they did say something about the Colts being on Hard Knocks this year.
Yeah.
Now that he said that, it kind of clicked something there.
Corey Brown, yeah. Let's see what Anthony Richardson can come back from his shoulder injury. See what happens. Gardner Minshew is now a Raider, so
I think he means metatarsal, not metatarsal.
Or first, okay.
The Bill Belichick broadcast. From first to worst.
Broadcast or podcast?
Podcast from first to worst.
That's what I gotta finish. The Dynasty. I gotta finish the New England Patriots documentary on Apple TV.
Yeah.
I'm only halfway through it. Yeah, I
have Apple, so
it's pretty good.
Apple has 4 or 5 shows that seem interesting, but not worth me getting Apple TV for.
Gotcha. Okay.
They had that they have that Godzilla show. What's it called?
Oh yeah. I forget what it's called. I gotta look it up, but yeah.
I was almost convinced to get Apple TV for that. And I was like, no, it's not worth it.
I mean, my God, there's just never enough time to watch everything. There's just too much stuff to.
Not even when you're retired, dude.
Yeah.
Damn dogs.
Well, the dogs are just as good as some of the stuff on TV right now. So, or which one are we seeing here? Good old Radar, right?
Yep.
And there, must have had a very good day. And he's passed
3
out.
weeks ago, he was
Mhm.
just a little thing like that. Now he weighs 28 pounds and almost as tall as Spirit.
Wow. Well, only get taller.
He's supposed to get 80, 85 pounds.
Oh, okay. There you go. Well, feed him well because he's gonna eat. He's gonna eat.
Oh, he eats
Oh, yeah.
constantly.
Yeah.
Oh,
Now
what's
that
Aaron
Aaron
Donald retiring got to do with it?
could be on hard. Corey Brown. Yeah. The Rams. Well, they can't be on Hard Knocks because they made the playoffs this year. So, for people that don't know, for teams to be in Hard Knocks, you cannot make the playoffs from the year before or have a first-year head coach. That's the
Well,
criteria.
they're excused from Hard Knocks. They can be on there if they choose to be on there,
Okay. Well, that's
but nobody's choosing to be
Yeah.
on it. So,
yeah, right.
except the Lions. The Lions did choose theirs.
It was great.
It was too.
That was a great year. I enjoyed that one, and
That's a question. Is that still everybody's biggest question mark? Will Aaron Rodgers play this year or not?
done. Over.
I thought he was done last year before he ever stepped on the field, period. But then again, I'm not a big Aaron Rodgers fan either.
Well, we'll see what happens, but I just don't. Not the same guy. Not the same player. I mean, he's going to come back from a serious injury. Let's see how he does. And we don't know if he's going to.
Come back. Oh my God. Comeback player of the year next year, Aaron Rodgers? No way. Come on. Please no.
Dennis the Menace remake.
Once again, people barely remember who Dennis the Menace was. They didn't read comic strips.
Aaron Rodgers just needed to retire. Great
He
job.
was good on Jeopardy. I'll give him credit for that. He was really good on Jeopardy, but he's no Ken Jennings.
I would have preferred the girl from Big Bang Theory, Blossom.
I thought I did, but I've been watching a lot of Jeopardy lately, and I like Ken Jennings. He's got a sense of humor, kind of like Alex did and shit,
Maybe that's why they picked him over her. Like they saw a lot of Trebek and Ken Jennings. That makes sense, I guess. I mean, I'll have to watch some of it, see if he grows.
I would like to see her do The Weakest Link.
Oh, that would be good.
But what's her name is doing a great job on it right now. But still, that I could have seen her. Yeah,
is that Jane March or whatever?
Jane something.
Yeah, the tall blonde. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
She's got that sarcasm down pat.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah. No, I've seen a few episodes. She's good. And
we don't watch The Weakest Link to see who's the smartest on the show because it's never the smartest anyway. Because
always the host,
the smartest guy off, right?
Right. Yeah. So
it's all about her sarcasm, man. It's great.
That I do agree with Corey. He should have been comeback player of the year. Like,
I think there was some good choice. I think I personally like the fact that Joe Flacco was, because he came off a fucking couch, dude, and went straight into games. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No practice, no off season, just went straight into the games and did what he did. So I like that. If it was between Geno Smith and Baker Mayfield, Baker all day long. I think Baker should have been the second runner up to Flacco, honestly. But I did like what Flacco did, considering how hard it is to be in football shape halfway through a friggin' season when you're sitting on your grandmother's couch. Jesus.
Yeah. And it got Flacco another deal with the Indianapolis Colts this offseason. So, hey, why not? Jeopardy. Konsiski SP. You know what that one is, Johnny? I'm not sure.
No clue.
No clue. Flacco earned it from Blackie Lawless. Yes. Yeah. I mean,
I think coach of the year should have went to the Texans coach too. Myself,
D'Amico Ryans. Yeah.
yeah,
I agree.
and he did make the playoffs too. So
yeah, Stefanski did a great job. I'm not taking anything away from. I just feel like
he already had it.
You go from worst to first when you weren't expected to do much.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Oh man, I think Houston's got a big schedule next year. They play the NFC West, the Niners and Texans. Oh, think about that matchup. That might be a good.
I'm not putting anything past Houston, man. Not after last year.
No.
If they have a good draft this year again, and they've had a good offseason already.
Yeah, they got
so they have a good draft.
Oh yeah. Tom Brady should win MVP 2022, not Aaron. Yeah. No, I agree. Yeah, I agree with that one. And then SP spelling question.
Oh, that was. Were you saying Stefanski?
Sinski? Spelling question. I don't know. Well, Johnny, we're gonna wrap this one up, man. This has been a fun episode. We've gone on for about an hour and 30 minutes, man.
Damn, Ben, what's wrong with you, man?
Hey,
you're doing these. Last week was 2 hours almost.
Yeah, this is empty. I need to stop. I
was trying to keep you going until you had another bathroom accident.
No, it might be
like on the show you did with Alec.
Yeah, and Alex said he got kicked off of Facebook for a day. Like, how?
That don't make sense.
Blackie says, "See you guys. Thanks, Blackie, for tuning in, and I want to thank everybody for watching tonight. This was a very, very fun."
Can I shout out something real quick?
Yeah, go ahead. Go.
Anybody listening or future listening to this, check out mine and Blackie Lawless's metal, grunge, and hard rock group.
Oh,
it's kicking it, man. It's the most active group I have. I have a group with 10,000 members, and the metal, grunge, and hard rock group is far more active than that. And it's old and new music. It's like you'll enjoy it.
All right, yeah, check that out, everybody. Blackie Lawless. What's it called one more time, Johnny?
Metal, grunge, hard rock, and old and new.
There you go. Follow that one. That's a great group on Facebook. If you love heavy metal music.
Plug, sorry.
No. We love it. That's what we do here on the Ben Zone.
But it's a very active group. The members participate. I have, like I said, I have a 10,000 member group that only 3 or 4 people ever comment on. This one's constantly active. It's going, and so the music that's posted in there is fantastic.
Odette Bensons. Thank you for tuning in, Odette. Good night from Tampa.
Good night, Odette.
Thank you for tuning in. Let's see. There's Blackie giving us one of these babies right there. Yes, sir. I'll be honest, I'm not much of a heavy metal fan. I mean, I love my Metallica.
That's misleading. It's not all just heavy metal. There's Kiss songs and all kinds of stuff in
all
there.
The classics, yeah. But like you said, yeah, Kiss, Metallica,
Queen.
Those are right there, Queen. I do like
there's music in there you probably have never even heard of that you might be interested in. I know we've got a couple of people that's like, I've never heard this before. It's awesome.
Yeah. So. I mean, I do like a little more modern, like Disturbed and stuff like that.
We do Disturbed.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Hey, maybe we'll talk about that next time on Have It. Some more music stuff. We got to get into that. So, well, guys. Again, thank you for tuning in tonight. Here on Odette's got a question here for a hockey question. I did hear about that. They are moving to Utah. Yeah, they got the officially. Probably the right move because Arizona they're playing in a small college arena right now. Just not drawing fans, so they're going to go to Salt Lake City starting next year. We'll see how that works out. Salt Lake City, they got the Jazz right now, basketball. Utah's a hockey. the hockey town because in the winter it's a good
Utah's a lot more forward thinking than Arizona too, believe it or
right.
not.
Right, yeah. Yeah. Now here we go. This one's perfect. This one definitely fits the description of Scott Thaler right there.
Oh, I knew it had to be him.
Very accurate. That's very accurate right there. Pervert. Perfect. Scott Pervert. I like that. And I didn't realize that, Odette. Yep. It is a formality now. They announced it today. The Coyotes
Utah will probably be getting an NFL team before long.
Yeah, we just found out.
They've been a lot. It's a sports hub now. It really is.
Yeah, it is. Utah. It's a beautiful city, Salt Lake. Very beautiful city. So
you just can't drink beer. I never thought that sports would work there because of that. No Cokes, no beer. Like, how are you going to survive here?
Well, I mean, they have the Sister Wives. I mean, that's a classic. I mean, you can marry 4 or 5 women. Like all you bachelors out there, if you want to move.
Did you ever watch that movie?
Which one?
About your group?
Oh, the Mormons?
The cult leader thing.
No, I haven't seen that yet.
You haven't seen it yet?
No. I
haven't watched it yet either, but I think I'm going to watch it this weekend.
Okay. I got to
find out more about you, man. I just really do.
Well, a lot of things that are always going to be kept secretive. So,
well, not too much now that that's out.
Yeah, well, they only give you the little tip of the iceberg,
Okay.
You still got your shovel over there? Off that. They only give you 1 chocolate chip off that cookie. So,
we still haven't uncovered your backyard yet, huh?
Yeah. Nor will I ever do that. So, with that being said, before we let any more secrets out, we're going to take off. But everybody, thanks for tuning in tonight for Have At It. Johnny, appreciate you coming on as always. And we will see you next time right here on Have At It. Have a good night, everybody.